Welcome to iLecture Online. In this video, we're going to show you how to derive the identity for the cosine of the sum of two angles times the cosine of the difference of two angles. In the previous video, we did the sine. Here, we're going to do the cosine. The method is roughly the same, but it's slightly different. There's a different trick to it. So here, let's pay attention to see how that's done. I already got started in replacing the cosine of the sum of two angles by its identity and the cosine of the difference of two angles by its identity. Now we're going to multiply this out, but notice we have two binomials with the only difference is the sign, which means we're going to end up with the first term squared minus the last term squared. So this is equal to the cosine square of A times the cosine square of B minus the sine square of A times the sine square of B. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to get these two forms right here. So we need to end up with the cosine square of A and the sine square of B. So we're going to retain these two, which means we need to get rid of those two because they do not appear in this form. So how do we do that? And of course, what if we didn't know what the end result was? Then again, we wouldn't be sure to know what exactly to do, and there'll be trial and error again until you end up with something you want. So, but here we can see where we're trying to end up. That means we need to get rid of these two. So this can now be written as the cosine square of A times 1 minus the sine square of B minus the sine square of A times, oh, wait a minute, no, I'm trying to get rid of that one. I want to get rid of this, so we're going to rewrite this in terms of 1 minus the cosine square of A times the sine square of B. Okay, now this should work. Let's see what we get. So this is equal to the cosine square of A minus the cosine square of A times the sine square of B minus the sine square of B, minus times minus is plus the cosine square of A times the sine square of B. And then notice that these two are exactly the same. One is negative, one is positive, so they do cancel out, and that's what we're trying to do. So this one cancels out with this one. And so we end up with that the cosine of A plus B times the cosine of A minus B is equal to what's left, cosine square of A minus the sine square of B. And that's what we have over here. Now to get the other form, what we're going to do is we're going to replace these by this is equal to 1 minus the cosine square of A minus 1 minus, I'm sorry, not the cosine, of course, that'd be the sine square of A minus 1 minus the cosine square of B. There we go. And so here we have 1 minus 1, so the ones cancel out. Go ahead and do that. So this one cancels out with that one. And here we have a minus times the minus becomes plus, so this can then be written as the cosine square of B minus the sine square of A, which should be the next form, and it is. So that's how you go from the one form to the other form. And you can see that it's really easy to make mistakes because it gets confusing after a while, cosine, sine, so forth. You got to really pay attention. Otherwise, you can easily make a mistake with these, and that is how it's done. Over here? Because they're not exactly the same. See, that's a cosine square of A minus sine square of B, cosine square of B minus sine square of A. And they're equal, right? That's interesting, isn't it? The cosine square of A minus the sine square of B is equal to the cosine square of B minus the sine square of A. Actually, that's a good question because I kind of look at that and see if that makes sense. So we know that the sine square of A plus the cosine square of A equals 1. We also know that the sine square of B plus the cosine square of B is equal to 1. Now if we subtract one from the other. So now we have the sine square of A minus the sine square of B plus the cosine square of A minus the cosine square of B is equal to 0. Then we move that around, so we now say that the sine square of A minus the sine square of B is equal to the cosine square of B minus the cosine square of A.
No, that's not how you do it. You're right.
Oh, then I have to...
You're right, cosine square of A plus cosine square of B minus the quantity cosine sine square of B plus cosine square of B. And then you get 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0.
Well, I subtracted this from that. I get this,
You
right?
regroup, Nish. Regroup.
Yeah, I need to regroup differently.
Sine square of A group with
Well,
cosine square
let me
of A.
move this across. I'm going to move this across. Get the cosine square of A.
That's what I said.
So this goes to the left. Sine square B is already there, so minus sine square B
What are you doing?
is equal to the cosine square B minus the sine square of A. I just had grouped them incorrectly. All right, so it does come out correct.
So you're just trying to prove 0 equals 0.
No, I was just trying to show that those two are equal. That's what I was trying to do. And of course, you could also do it like you suggested. Sine square of A plus cosine square of A, that's equal to 1. And sine square of B plus cosine square of B, well, minus 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0. So that's correct as well. But I wanted to show that form.
I just thought you were trying to prove 0 equals 0.
No. All right, well, that's interesting. And it works.